everybody, and welcome to another video. We start this one off with just me approaching a roundabout, and some of you will say it doesn't affect you, so what are you worried about? Well, it's still not the correct way to enter a roundabout, to approach a roundabout. Now remember, it's priority to traffic approaching from the right, but we are looking to the left. Now, it did not slow down one bit, not one bit. That's not how you do it.
Oh dear.
Now, I was always taught years ago, if you got your company name written on the side of the van, don't drive like a twat, because it shows your company up. Now, in this clip, we're on the Mad Mile, and it's in two parts, this clip. First, me going this way, and then in 20 minutes time, going back the other way. It's also your petrol head moment. And I do have to have a little bit of a moan up about this petrol head vehicle, of where it is. It's coming towards us. Well, it's actually not coming towards us, we're coming towards it, because it has broken down on the other side of the dual carriageway here, but it's broken down in the outside lane. Now, a lot of people say that I moan quite a bit.
I don't believe it.
Yes, it's true, they do say I moan quite a bit, but over there you'll see there's the car that's broken down. As per usual, I haven't got a clue what it is, but it's in the outside lane. Why is it in the outside lane? People will say, well, sometimes you can't get your car over to the inside lane when you break down and all of that sort of stuff, but it's an old car. What's it doing in the outside lane anyway? It's just silly. You should be over in the inside lane driving something that old. It's not going to be doing the 60-mile-an-hour speed limit, is it? I mean, I'd be very surprised if it is, and maybe you did try to do the 60 miles an hour, and that's why it's broken down. So this is me coming back the other way 20 minutes later, and it's still there in the outside lane, obviously. But we're also looking at an idiot behind us now who is absolutely blind, cannot see this, and this is why you should be over in the inside lane when you break down. It's because of people like this. You can see how fast this car is going, and it's distracted. It's the usual distraction of having something in its hand. Now, I'm not sure whether that's a vape or a phone. I said at the time in the car that I think it was a phone.
Have a look. Open your eyes, you stupid person.
Now, you can see how far we've come from the roundabout. There's no way that that's going to be getting up to 60 miles an hour there, so it should be over in the inside lane, for me anyway. And we just go back to the rear camera now.
Have a look. Have a look. Open your eyes, you stupid person.
Now, there's never a good place or time to break down, but in the outside lane, that's not good.
It's all about that. Them there. Oh, you're on the fucking phone, that's why.
Now, looking at it when I was in the car, it did look like a phone, but looking at it on the camera now, it does look like a vape. Maybe she actually put the vape down and picked up the phone. Now, speaking of phones, I cannot tell you how many times I see this throughout the day. It's constant, absolutely constant. Someone with their head down like this. I mean, it's obvious what they're looking at. Well, it should be obvious what they're looking at. Now, we talk about driving standards on this channel quite a bit, and a lot of people blame driving instructors. Their standards have slipped. Even Ashley Neal has questioned this a few times on his videos. Let me know what you think about this one. So I'm hoping that you saw exactly what I saw there. A shitty driving instructor. I'll show you the clip again. As we're coming down here, the driving instructor and his car is coming out from the right. Arm out the window. You are in charge of that car. And what is that over there? Oh, it's a pedestrian that's just about to step into the road. And you're going to carry on with your fat little arm hanging out the window. Now, you're in charge of this situation, not your student, okay? You are. You're not in charge of it though, are you? You got your arm out the window. You're not quick enough with the pedal. So how quick are you going to be with your arm if you needed to do something with your arm with one arm hanging out the window? The guy is in the middle of the road as you go past him and you still haven't moved your arm out. You still haven't touched the pedal. Disgraceful, absolutely terrible driving instructor. Now, I'm obviously blaming the driving instructor for this incident. He should be waiting for that pedestrian. The pedestrian is actually in the road now, and he just drives past and he doesn't even move a muscle to stop his student from doing this. But it does go deeper than this. I personally think there are more people that's driving on our roads now without a license that haven't had the privilege to be in a car with this shitty driving instructor, so they might even be worse than what they are already. So we go from one learner to another in a Fiat 500. Oh dear, couldn't be any worse, could it? Well, it could be driving an Audi, I guess, but it's not to do with a learner, this one. We are turning left at this roundabout, me and this learner. There's someone else behind us that is also turning left. When we go to the rear camera, I'm just showing you the road markings here. But can you guess what numpty wants to turn left at the next roundabout? Which has got its own little slip road as well. Can you guess? Yeah. Obviously the one that's in the outside lane wants to turn left at the next roundabout. You can see, look at the gap behind me. Look at the massive amount of space that it could get into behind me. But no, it's got to get into that gap there. Right when the slip road starts, you'll see, as it's there's the slip road. And then obviously it's going to get right up the arse of that learner. And it does that all the way down the road. I'm not going to show you all of that, but it does get that close and closer still to that learner all the way down the road. Yeah, so a little bit of learner abuse and the self-entitlement all rolled into one in that car. And speaking of self-entitlement, we come to our next clip. Two poor, vulnerable cyclists in front of us. They are so vulnerable. Let's not forget how vulnerable they are going through red lights here. Yeah, and they try to disguise it by going over to the left. What are they doing? They know what they're going to be doing. Pissing about, going through red lights, and then there's another set of lights just up here that they go through as well. The poor vulnerable cyclist. That really pisses me off when everyone says about how poor vulnerable they are. 95% of the time they're putting themselves in vulnerable positions by doing things like this. I'll stop at the red light. We come round here. Guess what? We come round the bend here and there's another red light. Yeah, and there's the two cyclists in front of us. Them poor vulnerable cyclists. Are they going to stop? Are they? Fuck. No. Poor vulnerable cyclist. Oh, my heart bleeds for 'em. Wankers. It wouldn't be the London dashcam, would it, without me having a little bit of a Victor in there. So we're going to move on from the two poor vulnerable cyclists and we're going to look at this highway code rule 223. We're on about the buses. Give priority to those vehicles when you can do so safely. There's no must or shoulds. Yeah, especially when they signal to pull away from stops. Bear that in mind. Now for me, the highway code needs updating. If that's what they want for buses, it should have there a must. It should have must. Then we all know where we stand, don't we? We're looking at this bus here. It's not indicating yet. Until now. That's its first indicator coming on. And it just pulls away. There's bollards in front of that car in front of me. Now, it just pulls out. It makes the gap really small for me to get into, but it's even worse for the car behind. Now, I think this bus driver's out of order myself. You may think differently. Let us know in the comments down below. Make the gap nice and small for me. Make the gap nice and small for me. Look what he's done to that one. You absolute bellend. Now in this next clip I'm going to play a little lullaby because I think this car in front of me was a little bit sleepy. It had so much time to work out what was going on in front of it, but it couldn't see it. Must have been sleeping. Must have been very sleepy. And now it's got to do the reverse of shame.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, she wasn't shamed too much though, because she's still in the cycle box. But look at her front wheels. Her front wheels are facing over to the right, yes, into my lane. I wonder if she's awake enough to actually realise that her steering wheel is slightly over to the right and she will be driving into my lane.
Turn the steering wheel so you're not in my lane.
So now in this clip we've just got your triple C, your corner cutting, I'll let you work out what the last word is.
I'll stop for you then, shall I, so you can cut the corner, mate, yeah?
Now in this next clip, it's one of my pet hates. You got one single lane here, but it goes into two lanes. Now the right lane is a straight on and a right turn. So it's very important that you indicate. I'm turning right, so I'm indicating. You'll see a BMW up in front. Why is it struggling to see the car in front that's turning right? Because the car in front of it isn't indicating. It's so important that you indicate on these sort of turnings. It really is. It stops the hassle behind you, but it's a Burke in a Merc, isn't it? So we're just going to turn right here with the Burke in the Merc, and we're going to go up this road here, and I'm going to be turning left. Where's the Burke in the Merc going?
Them indicators are really hard to put on, mate, aren't they?
I know it's only a small thing, but it's basic driving, isn't it? Indicate. Let everyone know where you are going. It's so simple. Right, now a little bit further down the road. This is going to be really difficult for me to keep up with here, because there is so many things that go wrong on this junction here. It's unbelievable how many people get things wrong here. Now, straight away, that pedestrian over to the right hand side is letting me know there that he wants to cross the road. And when he gets to the end of the junction, he has priority over all of us. Now watch that car. That car's mounted the pavement to get round that bend there. I mean, is driving really that difficult? Now that pedestrian is getting closer to that turning there, he has priority. As soon as he gets to that turning there like that, he has priority over us. That BMW, where's it going? It's turning left. It's not indicating, but it's a BMW. So he still has priority here. We got a car that's turning left. Yep, mounts the pavement again. Another one that's mounted the pavement. Yeah. Now we've got a cyclist, a poor vulnerable cyclist that should be giving way to him, but obviously doesn't, because we expect that. Now we got the Burke in the Merc turning right. He's got no priority over oncoming traffic here. None at all. Now we got another one turning left. He doesn't wait for him neither. He doesn't mount the pavement, but he still should be waiting. Finally, we get one that waits. Yeah, and then I wait, and then we can all go. It does make me wonder, because we are only just down the road from where that driving instructor was earlier on in this video. I wonder if all that lot have been taught by him. Does make you wonder. We're in the same area. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.